What is going on YouTube? Haterback making another brand new Crypto TV episode. Crazy stuff happening right now within the crypto space. You guys can see XRP is taking a massive hit. I mean, this was a huge reversal to the downside that pretty much did hit target bottom that we've drawn on for XRP in the past here. And it's not just XRP that's falling. We're seeing Ethereum explode to the downside or starting to correct to the downside. Bitcoin as well starting to reverse lower. All these cryptocurrencies are headed lower, basically down to target levels. This might be the continuation pattern towards correction to the downside here, which obviously nobody really wanted to expect, and this may cause the slow reversal back down now. It's unfortunate, but a lot of major support levels have been broken on these cryptocurrencies, which we do have to talk about. Cardano too actually saw a major flip to the downside here. If we had closed this daily candle below this bottom support here, things would have been pretty bad, and we would have had to enter a pretty big short, but this is a clear support on Cardano, and we immediately reversed back up, which is a good sign in the short term and long term that we could be potentially still holding above this and eventually coming back up to retest top resistance and breaking through. All these cryptocurrencies look not too good. S&P 500 did quite well the past couple of days here, but it's mainly these cryptocurrencies that are continuing to fall and continuing to pump lower, and we have to talk about where this is going to lead us in the near future, what exactly is going on. Otherwise, guys, definitely make sure to partake in our crypto coin display giveaway right here. All you have to do to win one of these is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as comment subscribed. Do those two things and you will be entered to win one of these completely free. Also, guys, today's video is sponsored by Trip.me. For those that don't know what exactly Trip.me is, it's the only travel app that's based on the blockchain network and rewards users with whatever they've completed, which is really cool. AI-powered KYC and travel plan solutions, and it's basically a cryptocurrency integrated travel website. So very cool. We'll have to check that out. So guys, if you're interested in this, we will be going in depth more at the end of today's video, but if you can't wait, I have linked them in the description down below that you can check out. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So guys, as you can see, we're on the current coin market cap, top 10 cryptocurrencies. Everything is dropping. Markets overall are down. We're down about 5.6%, but everything overall is just dumping hard and fast in all these cryptocurrencies. So I want to start with XRP here, which, as you guys know, we've been tracking some symmetrical triangles. And actually, just last night, I was waiting to buy into this cryptocurrency for so long, and we didn't break our resistance level. And as you guys remember, in days and days and days of videos that we've been making on XRP, we've discussed that there has been a lower high formation forming here. Yes, we've also drawn on Elliott waves here, which have been hinting towards potential break to the upside. And this is what we were looking for. We were looking for this to hit E and break bullish, break through our $13 resistance level and swing us to the upside. But let's take a closer look at what exactly happened. You can see last night we were getting so close to breaking through not only the top resistance level, but obviously our $13 resistance. Just a few hours ago, we had a major wick candle that shot us all the way up to $1.15, $1.16, which if it closed above $1.15, we would be buying in and leveraging to the upside. But of course, major flare back to the downside here. Not only did we close below our top resistance at $1.13, we closed below the downtrend too. And this continued for 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, almost 24 hours of constant consolidation, rejection from this top resistance, and we reverse lower. Now, if you guys remember, as a conservative trader, what I was waiting for and what I've been telling beginner traders that I would do is wait for confirmation above $1.13, because as you guys know, there's been a major resistance box around this crypto for quite some time. You can clearly see it here. This is a major problem zone for this cryptocurrency. If you're an aggressive trader and you like to trade aggressively, then buying in once we close the hourly or the 4 hour above that downtrend could lead to potential profits here, but it's a much more risky and aggressive style of trade. Trading and waiting on the 4 hour to the daily would have been a little bit better, as well as confirming closing above $1.13, because you can see where it's been a resistance in the past at $1.13 consistently on this coin here, as well as bottom supports at $1.05. So what exactly are we dealing with now? Well, as you guys can see, the problem was that we had numerous days of closing below here. We didn't close above our beginner, more conservative trade, which would have been $1.13. We closed much lower than that, and we started to reverse lower. Obviously, what we were waiting for now to buy in was a 4 hour closure below our downtrend here and our $5 support level, which you can see has pretty much been blasted through. That's not a good sign. You can see if we play things out conservatively here, the size of the jump, if you can see the mouth of this opening here, is about this big. You can see it. This is the mouth of the opening. We put that to the point of breakout here, and you can see pretty much the lowest we would correct down to is bottom support closer to 93 cents. That's exactly where we fell just a couple of hours ago. Crazy thing is we retested it, wicked all the way back up and closed here. The problem is I don't think this run is over yet, and that's the scary part. We're looking at the daily here. We don't look too bad. And we are kind of getting held on support here by this moving average. The daily middle moving averages here are reholding our support levels here. But if we close below this as well, it's honestly going to swing us back down to bottom support here in regards to the fact that there's a much bigger Elliott wave that's forming on things on the daily for XRP. If we were able to breach through that, we could have seen a big swing to the upside here, which we were hoping for. But the smaller pennant flag and the smaller descending triangle that was forming on here was vital for us to close above resistance. You can see the downtrend here on the daily. It was vital for us to close these above the downtrend and above $1.13 for us to want to buy in and leverage to the upside. Now we're seeing major flares to the downside. It's still okay. There's still this bullish cross on the moving averages here, which is a sign for a potential recovery. But honestly, we don't look the best here considering that we did just breach through that. That was a big sign for crypto and for XRP. And now things are starting to reverse lower with the potential of swinging all the way back down to point C that we still have drawn on. It's been in the back of my mind. I know we've been watching things on the hourly and the 4 hour, but when we extend out to the daily, we're still in, specifically XRP, a much bigger Elliott wave formation, and point C has not been confirmed yet. So we could potentially see prices correct us lower and retest bottom here and then play this out, which could be a much bigger Elliott wave and bigger break than we have ever anticipated. Now, jumping onto these other cryptocurrencies is why it's worrisome, is it's not just XRP that broke terribly to the downside here. Bitcoin as well has broken through its top resistances and support levels. As you guys know, we've been in this lower high formation for quite some time now. It's been consistent on the market. Lower high, hit bottom support, reversed up, okay. Kind of stalled out here as we were battling some resistance and rejection, and then we fell lower. Now, as you guys know, we've been trading inside an ascending fractal, and this has been a major support level for this cryptocurrency on the 4 hour charts here. This uptrend here and this bottom support level at $60,000 was major key to staying above there and allowing us to float higher. The problem is we broke through that just a couple of hours ago, which you can see. Now, honestly, the time was to be confirming to close below our support levels and below our moving averages right here, which you can see we just did literally a couple of minutes ago. As I made this video, we closed below the 4 hour right here, and you can see on Ethereum and XRP as well. We broke and closed just a couple of minutes ago below our bottom supports right there. You can see there's 3 hours and 18 minutes left, so about 40 minutes ago, we did decide to close below these support levels, and this is not a good sign. We also broke bearish outside of our ascending fractal here, potentially getting some support from our bottom moving averages right here on the 4 hour charts, but things are not looking too hype. You can see from the point of breakout here, there was a descending triangle forming on this coin too, and you can see here when we draw the trend line from the point of breakout, this yellow support level to the top resistance, you can see that this, and I'll draw it maybe a little more straight so we get a better look here, from this all the way down to the bottom here, extending this out to here from the point of breakout, we've only now just started to slowly correct lower. This could scale us all the way down to what could be 53K. We broke bearish outside the descending triangle. That's not a good sign. So it could flip us to a short position here. You can see on Bitcoin here, we could enter a short position on Bityard here, which you can see is very easy to set up. We do have this downtrend that was clearly forming here. We have our bottom support, which is the neckline, which you can see I can draw right here. Let me just draw this in for us. It was just somewhere along the lines of this. Here we go. And since we've just confirmed closing below this bottom support here, it could extend us lower. So if you want to play it, more towards the moderate style of trade, buying in right now to short this to what could drop us all the way down to 53K is definitely a substantial possibility, especially because we were just recently overbought and are now starting a downtrend. And as you guys can see, where does this candle bring us all the way down to on the daily? 4-hour target right to the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. It works out perfectly, as well as it's closer to the moving averages on the daily. So everything is starting to line up here if we decide to continue this break, which I think we very well could. So this does open a moderate style trade that you could take advantage of, since we just broke bearish literally 40 minutes ago, confirming that. Not something that I'm too happy about or too thrilled about, but the correction is going to potentially start. And we have the percentage drop here, which you can see as clear as day, taking the trend line from the top of the breakout right here to the bottom, and then pulling this from the from the point of breakout here. We took the mouth of the opening, point of breakout, sending us all the way down to 52K. This could be a short opportunity. We'll see how this plays out, especially because the 4-hour just closed bearish. We closed the 4-hour below this bottom support here. We closed below the 4-hour moving averages. It's not looking too great for some of these cryptocurrencies, and that's honestly where we're anticipating the rest of these cryptos to drop to. So for XRP, this is just the beginning, and we might see a little, reversal or ripple effect that I like to say when you drop basketball hard. So yeah, we did recover slightly here, and yeah, we may continue to recover upwards, but the fact that we closed the 4-hour below here is a signal for more reversal and more swings to the downside. So now targets for this crypto I know are set to about 95 cents. This could bring us all the way down to about 88 cents on these cryptocurrencies. Not necessarily something that we want to hear, but that is playing the devil's advocate in case we correct. Obviously, I linked Bityard in the description down below. If you guys wanted to enter a short position, this is where you would do it on Bityard. Links in the description. Otherwise, guys, I do want to talk about Trip.me. All right, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to Trip.me for sponsoring today's episode. Trip.me is a startup that connects travelers and local experts around the world. Users are able to book authentic tours, hotel rooms, and accommodations across 228 countries. Now, the company is registered in Singapore with a Singapore Tourism Board license and has been operating since 2014. Since then, they have raised $858,000 in seed funding and acquired a database of over 1.9 million hotels and have 6,000 local guides at their disposal. Using a proprietary token, Trip Miles, or TIM, which we'll call TIM, I guess. Trip is a network that enables greater transparency, security, and lower cost transactions between those who travel and those who serve them. Now, through the use of blockchain technology, Trip Miles is creating an ecosystem for hotels, merchants, and local tour operators to unlock new ways to experience travel and get instantly rewarded for their contributions to local experiences. This can open up a world of work and travel, working holidays, by creating a global currency for active travelers and local tour guides that provide valuable labor and marketing content for small businesses and tour destinations. Trip is creating a decentralized marketplace where TIM tokens are used to incentivize all of the players involved in the travel business to participate in a self-sustaining economy. All the parties collaborate and process functions in a circular economy, and TIM tokens are rewarded as the medium of exchange under smart contracts. Now, TIM tokens are ERC20 tokens used within the Trip Miles ecosystem. Overall, TIM tokens provide participants with an additional source of income for contributing to the Trip.me ecosystem, as well as discounts on services for spending the tokens within the ecosystem. Now, Trip.me is initially building a hybrid solution that combines blockchain smart contract technology with their existing infrastructure to deliver the best performance needed. Currently, they have partnerships with Booking.com, which is huge, Agoda, Visa, PATA, Pacific Asia Travel Association, and quite a lot more. They even have a real product which was launched in 2019 named the Trip app. Now, the founder, Ho Viet Hai, is a high-impact entrepreneur, board member of the Pacific Asia Travel Association, and head of Trip, an unrivaled sustainable travel tech company incorporated in Singapore. He has 13 years of experience in high-growth firms, building a range of tech products like payment gateway products, social networks, wearable hardware, community apps, ebook apps, just to name a few. And Hai's experience in startup creation and understanding in the global travel industry led him to create Trip, the #1 blockchain travel ecosystem for sustainable travel, while aiming to shake up the USD 7 trillion travel market industry. Now, Trip Technology's solution is addressing the biggest problem in the current travel economy, dominated by inefficient and giant middlemen, while providing incentive-driven and decentralized systems. Now, this breakthrough solution enables never before possible exchanges of personalized data. So guys, if this sounds interesting and you would like to learn more about this project, please check the links in the description of today's video, as I think it's really cool. Otherwise, huge shout out to Trip.me for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.